Oh, and are the pillows feather or foam?
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
I don't care.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
I was just asking.
And I'm very much looking forward to the moment when that stops.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what to get you, and it
matters.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just get us something. There's a registry. You go on it, and you pick something.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
Love having them on the program. Spinny, Fetty, Hard-Headed Sports. Let me ask you a serious question, because I can't think of one off the top of my head. Is there a better thing than the week following a massive Minnesota Viking win? Ever? Is there anything better? Bus?
No, it's not. Definitely
No.
cloud nine for that next week, that's for sure.
Oh, what a great game. Spinny, can you think of one thing better than that? I can't.
No, nothing better, Al.
I mean, people put out like things like the birth of your children and stuff, but I can't remember that now. Don't even remember it, so that can't stack up. Your thoughts, start with you, Spin, how quickly that game became apparent that we were going to win it from beginning to end.
Yeah, I mean, right away, like, you saw how dominant we were from the defensive end, and they were just making ridiculous mistakes and giving us, crazy good opportunities on the defensive end. Like, our offense didn't even have to do a single thing, and the game was over.
Yeah. Well, we went down, Bus, with that first touchdown, which looked good. They helped us with some stupid fouls. But, okay, we go down, we score. I'm like, all right. But they were literally moving that ball on us like we tend to do at the beginning of ball games. They're moving it down until that Harrison, taps the ball, and what's his name, Rogers, intercepts it and takes it 83 yards the other way. At that point, you're like, okay, could be our game, right?
Yeah, Rogers, wow, what a game for him. 2 forced fumbles, 2 defensive touchdowns, PFF perfect defensive grade, highest of all time. It was clear, I think, right away after that drive right there that we were going to take care of that game.
Did you see things you thought we had to fix? One of them I wanted was some running, right? Cook is out, and you're like, okay, can Mason pick up the tab? 100-plus yards and 2 TDs. That would have been enough for us to win the ball game right there, Spinny, on his actions alone. And can Darrisaw be that whole difference?
I mean, Darrisaw was a huge part of that difference, 100%. Like, you saw our line performance change completely, and that was without Ryan Kelly. So,
yeah,
once we get that whole line back, it's going to be – I mean, I think that was the biggest difference in the first 2 weeks, and something that'll help JJ out a lot when he gets back is just the ability to have great protection, which we saw a lot, and we definitely saw great run blocking as well.
Well, and I think you brought up earlier, Spinny, that you want JJ to sit now. It's Wentz's team. Am I correct?
Yeah, no. That is not what I said. Wentz
no, that was must have been Bus.
I like Wentz, but man, he is painful to watch. It's just like, oh my gosh, man. Can you just make a decision? Just make a decision.
Well, the 2 big sacks that he took were for no good reason. He must have had 7 to 10 minutes in the pocket and like having lunch, getting another steak tip, and then all of a sudden he's sacked. I'm like, what's going on? He didn't, but those 2 plays, come on. The guy's been with our team all of 3 weeks and had to learn to play. Bus, you okay with him? I thought, wait, I have his line here somewhere. 14 of 20, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. There have been worse days.
Yeah, he was obviously solid. But yeah, to me, in my eyes, he'll never be anything more than just like a fill-in. I mean, he's a pure game manager at this point of his career. That's why you'll see him on, I think, honestly, he's been on 5 different teams the last 5 seasons. It might even be 6 for 6.
This is the 6 for 6. It was the first time ever, so.
Yeah, so that kind of just shows what he's in for. And I don't want to, obviously, like I said, he had a good game, but I don't want to look too much into it because we were playing the Bengals defense, which is atrocious.
Okay, fair enough. But you got to look ahead now.
One thing I will say quickly, though, we did have 13 penalties. That's something we got to clean up. That was
agreed.
A little sloppy in that regard.
Can I throw this out as well? How come with the time we had, why were no balls thrown deeper than like 15 yards? Wouldn't you help your defense a ton or your offense a ton, even if you just attempted to throw the ball longer to stretch that field out? I don't know why we don't do that, Spinny.
No, I agree with you, Al. That coaching staff must not think that's in Wentz and our offensive skill set because we didn't even really attempt it a lot at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. Bus, you think I'm wrong here?
No, we need to definitely stretch the field a little more. And I'm with Spinny. I think a lot of it has come down to the play calling where it seems like they're not fully confident quite in that. I mean, we saw it dating back to week one, right? Once we got going a little bit, we opened the playbook a little more and we got JJ throwing down the field a little more. Everything opens up on our offense. So I would like to see that more, but I understand the hesitation at the same time, given JJ is obviously only 22 and barely played in his career.
Well, let's do this. We now head to Ireland to play the Steelers this Sunday at 8:30 in the morning. The Browns in London the following Sunday. They've already said they think JJ will take those 2 weeks off, and then we have the bye week. If Wentz wins these two ball games, do you take him out, a bus? Do you actually take a guy who just won your last three ball games out?
Yeah, I don't think you really have a choice. I mean, we maneuvered everything in terms of roster to start JJ. You got to keep starting him. You got to, you didn't bring Darnold back. You didn't bring Daniel Jones back. He's 22 years old. He's only played 2 career games. You got to keep starting him. It's the only way he can develop.
Spinny, are you with it? Because here's the problem with that, and I don't disagree with you, Bus, but you win those 2 ball games. You got a guy who's taking you 3 straight wins, and you put a kid in with 2 ball games to take on the Eagles at home at Eagles in Philadelphia. Tough. I mean, the poor kid's going to get people yelling and screaming for his head because you got the Eagles, the Chargers, and the Lions and the Ravens back to back to back. The kid could come back and lose 4 straight, and he'll never have another career. Your thoughts, Spin?
No, I mean, that is a good point, Al, but at some point he has to come back and play tough teams. And like you said, Eagles, Chargers, Lions. So either way, like any of those 3 games as your first game back is going to be a really tough one. But he's a first-round quarterback, and if he's going to be the guy, he's got to come in and win those games. Would I like him to come back and start a little bit easier game to get ready for it? Of course I would, but we don't really have that.
Do you rush him to the Browns in London? Take last 2 weeks less, let him play the Browns?
I don't want him playing on that crappy turf and dealing with all that baloney either, and the weirdness of being across the pond and trying to come back from an injury. I think that's worse, but yeah, it's not most ideal, but you definitely have to put him back in.
Right. Hey, how about them Browns, though, huh? Beating the Packers?
Well, and I don't know if this is true or not. I saw a meme on that they're actually looking into that there's possibly some weird stuff going on with the amount of money that was bet on that game and that the Packers end up losing that thing 13-10. I don't know. You tell me.
I saw that too, but in my eyes, that makes no sense. Why, the Packers obviously don't want to lose that game. Like what?
Well, I guess it was to keep in the spread numbers. I don't have any idea. I don't even follow most of that stuff. But the Packers, the only people in the NF Central to lose this week.
To the Browns, of all teams.
Yeah, and to the Browns, yeah. But you had the Monday night, you had the Lions taking the Ravens. That was a really good ball game. Lions had winning last night 38-30, and the Bears, of course, won as well, and I don't have it off the top of my head.
31-14, Bears win.
There you go.
I was wrong about the Lions, I think. I thought the Lions were maybe going to be the team that had the big crap year and had a hard time with it, especially with the OC and the interior of the offensive line. Still hasn't looked ideal, but man, they looked awesome last night.
I agree.
We finally got to see Montgomery and Gibbs together being awesome. Amon-Ra really popped off. So Lions offense looks absolutely amazing. And Hutchinson changes their defense as well.
Buzz, if you take out that loss to the Browns, this does show the NFC North really is the contender this year, right? As far as the division, this is where the teams are.
Yeah, definitely for the NFC. I would say in terms of league-wide, AFC West is probably another top division. But, yeah, I think we stand out. I mean, I think that was kind of the forecast going into the season even, too. A lot of people were high on the Bears and whatnot. So, come end of the season, would not shock me if the NFC North had the most wins out of any division.
All right, sounds like a plan. Guys, I got to go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some Lynx and your Minnesota Twins. It's all coming up right after this.
September 24th is Suicide Prevention on the Air Day in Minnesota. Every dollar raised supports SAVE, Suicide Awareness Voices of Education, providing education, advocacy, and programs that save lives. And on September 24th, your gift will go twice as far because every donation will be matched dollar for dollar. Visit save.org to see our work, learn how you can help, and donate. Remember, September 24th, because every voice can save a life.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
I know him as Fetty Buzz. I got to jump started things too quick. He is, of course, big basketball guy. Can't wait to have him talk about the Lynx. Buzz, 3 times MWAC champions up there with Bethany, something like that. You know your basketball?
3 in a row, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So you know your basketball. Spinny, he is a coach for the Olies and volleyball. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, this Asia Wilson, you guys heard of her? WNBA gal? Must be pretty darn good. She got the MVP award for the women's game. When a lot of people thought, what's her name, Nafisha Collier would have gotten it. But in reality, it wasn't even close. Wilson got 51 first-place votes. Collier only had 18.
Not even close is crazy to me. That makes no sense. Like, what are we talking? He had a
and this is this. Go ahead.
90 season, the second all-time, also the only first in league history to have 50, 40, 90 on 20-plus points per game, and by far the best team, 34-10. That's one of the best records in WNBA history. How is that not MVP worthy? Apparently, that makes no sense.
Well, cause there's something with this Asia gal because she also got co-defensive player of the year. Well, yeah. But my point is, if you were looking at the NBA compared to WNBA, Spinny, back me up here. If you're the best person on the best team with numbers like Collier has, you'd get the MVP. I think there's something because this gal's Asia's guy was like her 4th MVP out of 5 years or something.
Listen, Asia Wilson's great. She's probably the best WNBA player since Candace Parker. Like she's really one of the best ever. But this is the LeBron situation. This is like giving LeBron every MVP from 2010 to 2015. Yeah, was he probably the best player every one of those years? For sure. But we're just going to give him MVP every year. It's just kind of surprising when it comes to that. And then if you look at the stats from this year, both players missed games, so you can't take that against Fee. They both missed basically the same amount of games. Wilson's stats maybe a tiny touch better from the numbers exactly, but Nafisa's efficiency was better. Our team was better. LA kind of had a down year. There's just so many things toward Nafisa, and for it to be 51-18 is absolutely
insane. Not even close. How does that make sense?
I don't know how this works in the WNBA game, but how much money could that have lost, Collier? If you get, a lot of people in the NBA, you get the MVP, you get an extra $5 million or some, $1 million bonus. Is it the money like that for the gals? I don't even know. Did this cost her anything except a trophy on the mantle?
Yeah, I guess I don't.
It doesn't say anything about it in the story.
Much into it because I don't know about that in that regard for WNBA contracts. Obviously, in the NBA world, that would have costed some money as well. So,
do you know, Spinny? I don't know.
I will say, part of me likes it from the perspective of it's just more motivation. The refs steal the championship for the Liberty last year. Fee gets absolutely gypped on the MVP this year. Like, I kind of like it. I mean, it is what the Lynx are, right? It's Cheryl Reeve. It's a band of misfit toys that nobody wants, and we're coming together, and we're going to come, and we're going to kick your butt. And I just like that vibe. So maybe it'll be good in the end. And if we win the championship, I don't think Fee's going to care.
Well, and they are ahead in the semifinals 1-0. This is really theirs to lose. It's who they play in the finals, right? That's what we're looking at, who they play and can they do it. Liberty's out.
Yeah, that was honestly, I kind of wanted the Liberty to win so that we could
get the matchup
payback. Yeah, but it's all good. We'll most likely see the Aces in the finals, and Fee can prove that she's the MVP over Asia Wilson.
All right, fair enough. Let me throw this out to you real quick here, Spinny, because we hadn't talked about the Ole Gals yet with the final minute. How's your teams doing? What's the squad look like? Where are you playing?
Great weekend. We played at home tournament, beat U Chicago, who was receiving votes, and beat the number 1 team in the nation on Saturday, UW Whitewater. One of the funnest matches I've ever been a part of as a coach. Super, super fun experience.
And you blanked them 3-0?
3-0, the number 1 team in the nation, yes.
So what does that do for you? That's got to throw you up in the seating. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 6 losses. We're 8-6 on the season. 5 of those 6 losses are to teams who will be receiving or will be ranked in this week's poll, including the probable number 1 team, Laverne, who we lost to in 5 sets. So hopefully, I think with our strength of schedule, which is top 5 in the entire country, and with that number 1 win, hopefully we'll be at least receiving votes. Probably unlikely for us to be ranked in this week, but receiving votes is looking likely.
Way to go, Ole Gals. Boss, real quick, how does someone pick up Hard Headed Sports if you want to hear all this stuff?
You can always catch us for free on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Sounds great. Guys, appreciate you being here. They're Hard Headed Sports.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "Your